Alright, so hello world, welcome back to another ReactJS tutorial. So in this tutorial, again we're gonna partially, follow the documentation that's ReactJS provided to us. And then I will link that documentation in the description, link down below. And then without further ado, let's get started. So today we're going to talk about list and key. Specifically, how can we render an array? Something that's basically what we're going to do, and I'll run an object. So if you haven't watched my hire array method, you can click on the card. I should have a card link to there, where I will definitely have a link to the description below. You can take a look and check that tutorial out, because that covers some some most common used higher order array method in JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript. So just do a quick recap. We're going to use map specifically. So if you don't know map, you can watch that video to check it out. Basically, map is just a way to generate a new array based on the current array, and then you can do something with it if you want to. So for example, I got this element. Oh, let me open up my console first. Actually, I'm just going to do this in console. So let's go create an array. So let me see if you can see it. All right. So let's go. So I'm creating right here. So on the bottom right corner. So I'm going to create an array, and then basically we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then basically what I want to do is I want to create an array that is tripled of this current array. So how can I do that? So return triple value, such as now new array should be 8, 64, and then cannot calculate that one because I forgot, and then etc. And then to 1,000. So how can I do that? Well, first we can use just a traditional for loop, not even a let in or let off loop. Just say this: I less than array.length I plus plus. And then here, what I can say is, actually, I need to create a new array first. So I can say var new array. And then here I can say for let I equals 0, I less than length I plus plus. Here I say new dot push bracket I. This is the okay. And then you can see it actually return a value 5. I don't know why it's keep returning value. Right here, if I try to console.log new whoops, I forgot to multiply. So new so let's see. I forgot to triple this, so I can say new plus blank again. And then instead of just push this, let's go add to the third power. So triple this, and then console.log new array again. Now we can see all these values get tripled. So that's how we can use a traditional for loop to accomplish, but we actually can use a higher order array method to do it using map specifically. So we can say something like this. Const new so this is a new array, and then here it's going to equal to something. So it's going to equals to map. So map is a prototype method that's built into each array in JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript. And then in here it's going to take in, we're going to use the first argument, the current number for n. And then in here we can say, what should we do? So then it's going to go ahead, push the elements to, it's going to return a new array. And then here is what are we going to do about the current number. Well, I want to triple the current number. And then now, if we go ahead console.log new array again, you can see we got the same value. That's how we can use map to accomplish the same thing. Alright, so that's basically what we're going to talk about, essentially an overview in this video. And then, so now let's go ahead first talk about some basic list components. So I can say class to-do list. Let's just create a simple to-do list that's we predefined to a user. And in here, I don't need the console anymore. Can lower the console really quick. All right, there we go. All right, so in here, what I can say is class to do list extend React component. So we're going to basically create a simple to do list, and then let's say constructor, and then props. In here, let's go ahead and take in. Okay, let's go ahead and take in. So let's first super with the React component class. Useless constructor. Okay, well, and then here we would like to set a state. So and then this is going to equal to object, and I can say items, and then it's going to equals to what do I need to do? So I can say record another ReactJS tutorial, and then let's say eat, and then read, something like that. And then here, what I can say, I can directly go to render, and I can just say, so now what I want to do is I want to display them in an unordered list. So I can display in unordered list using map. So basically I want to turn everything into a array, basically. And then each element in an array is a JSX element, that is a LI, line item. Now later we can display using UL directly. So we can say something like this. We can directly say return. Okay. Actually, we're going to say first is we're going to say items equals to this dot state dot items dot map, and then here we'll go ahead and take in a callback function. So it's our callback function. Our callback function going to be take in the current item I, and then I just want to basically add an li to it. All right. Okay. And then this state now, which we should see is let me just not using semicolon at all actually. So now which we should see is now the items get is turned to li as the JS component, and here I can just say return unordered list, and inside I can just put our items in items that we predefined. Alright, so now I can just call this to-do list. And then you can see we got everything rendered as an unordered list. So next video we're going to kind of build onto these ideas about how to do some basic form processing. Alright, so now if you take a look here, you can see we actually have a warning. Okay, we actually have a warning here, which I expected. It's called each child in a list should have a unique key properties. So when you generally, I think when I'm dealing with Vue.js as well, I also see some React warning, not React, but some warning says each child must have unique key properties in a list. So this key is going to help React identify which item has changed, added, or are removed, quoted from ReactJS documentation. So we need to provide a key as well. So so what we can do is just using the most simple way to create a key is you can say a key with a JSX elements here, and then here I can just say I basically. So now you can see I got a kind of unique key. But what if I have two to-do lists here? Read, and then if I add another read, you can see we got another warning says encounter two child with the same key read. So this is not really a great way to manage with ID. What we can do instead is is to actually change everything to an object. So so turn to object, and then so we can do something like this instead. And then in here we can say record. So we can say 1, 2, 3, 4. But now you can see this state.map is not a function anymore. So actually I have a better way to do this. We can keep this as an array. So what we can do instead is actually we can use another element in here. It takes in a second argument as well, index. So basically I is a current item, index is the index. So if we don't have any stable index, what we can do is put index here. So this is basically the order. So like record another ReactJS tutorial 0, eat is 1, read is 2, another read is 3. So only do this when we don't have a stable stable React ID. All right. So this is briefly about key. And each key must have a unique value. Actually, we can just turn this thing. Okay, yeah, we should. Okay, so basically we should turn everything to it. So we should take this array, we should turn this like this into an object, each object. So like each item should be an object with a unique ID. Okay. So some few last thing I want to talk about is we could actually embed. Let's see. Yeah, we could also embed this state item map just directly inside of this JSX element. So what we could do instead is something like this, I believe. I think I can just remove this and the items just paste it here. And now you can see everything's still the same, single line, and then we can embed this. Still, sometimes we should really just put it outside using variables, since that's going to be clear to read. But that's about this video. So we talk about list and keys. That matters in ReactJS. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please consider like and subscribe to this channel. Really appreciate a lot. I think lots of growth with my channel. Never imagined can have so many subscribers, but I will keep going. Thanks for you guys. Keep watching my videos. I have a PayPal link if you want to donate to me, and then make sure you join my 30 sub special raffle. If you get a chance to, I can create anything about tech, create a website for you if you want to. And thanks for watching, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.